Good evening. I'm Mr. Pallotta. Welcome to grade 7 math this year. I'll be your child's teacher. Uh, Welcome to back to school night. This has been a really interesting period of time for us. I'm very excited to be your child's teacher this year. This is my 30th year in education. I taught 10 years in Newark, and then my last 20 years or so I've been here in Apacon, and I absolutely love it. I think I have the best job in the world, and I take my job very seriously. Yes, I'm teaching virtually this year, and for those of you that don't know yet, I am immunocompromised because of chemotherapy within the last couple of years. That being said, I'm going to work very hard to do everything I can to help your children this year. So just some things that I want to share with you. First, since we don't have a lot of time, I want to present my webpage. So I'm going to do that now, right? Just so that you guys can start to see what it's like for your students. So usually we start off the lesson with, myself, and then we get into the presentation part. Now in the presentation part, the first thing I want to do is share my webpage, right? So let's do that, right? So let's share the webpage. Let's try that again. It didn't connect. Okay. And when we share the webpage, it allows the students to see exactly what's going to be on my desktop. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is bring you to my class webpage, because there's a lot of information on here. And although I'm not crazy about the whole idea of this, virtual meet, the one thing I'm going to tell all of you is I will be available the 29th and the 30th from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock for any questions. So if you need to speak with me in real time, I will have virtual office hours. So when you finish watching this video, you would go to my class website, which you can reach through the school's website. But I do pay for my own domain name. It is mrpshomepage.com. So if you follow that URL or go through the school's webpage, there's a lot of information on here. First, I'd love for you guys to join my Remind messaging system, and you'll see that information up here and how to do that. I have about half of you joined to my Remind messaging system, but I would like to have everyone, because I do send out messages almost daily about homework or quizzes or just some updates. There are also some other important links on here which you guys can view as well. But down here on the announcements page, you'll see this link here. It says link to office hours daily. If you click that link during the 29th or the 30th from 6 to 8 p.m., you'll be able to reach me there, if you have some questions. That being said, let me just show you quickly what it's like for your kids. So first things first, I'm able to write and do all kinds of example problems on my computer. So if a kid has an issue and we look at an example, let's say 3x plus 5 is going to be equal to 20, right? I would be able to write the problem. I'd be able to walk them through it and solve the problem, right, with the students, explaining each step as we go. All right. And we get 3 times x is equal to 15, right? And then we would divide by 3 and divide by 3, right? X has to be equal to 5, right? We check our answer. 3 times 5 is 15, plus 5 is 20. So there's a lot of technology that I am able to use, including my webpage, including this technology where I can interact with the students and present and solve problems. I'm also able to pull up any PDFs, that we need, and I'm able to take any of the examples, from the PDFs. Let's say we want to do this problem, PDF, I'm able to take it and put it into my, software rather quickly, and then we're able to go ahead and, do, some of the problems, with the students. So I try to be very efficient when we write and solve problems. The last thing I want to share with you is the polling software I use. You may have heard this from your students, where I'm able to do or assign problems in real time. All right, I'll see if I can get that working here. The kids get a session ID, right? And they enter that session ID. And once they enter that session ID and start the polling, their screen opens up because we have an account, and boom, right? They're able to send in answers electronically. And when they send in their answers electronically, I'm able to see, how many students get, particular problem correct. It gives me immediate feedback, gives the students immediate feedback. So it's wonderful technology that I'm able to use, from my house, to really make their lessons, interactive and, hopefully, rather interesting. Students will be able to take tests and quizzes this way. All right, so let me just stop sharing that and close that out. And then, the other thing I just want to share with you, also on my website, students will also be able to take tests and quizzes through my website. So if you click, a link on my website, usually I have, an assessment up here. The kids enter in their name and their email, and they're able to, send in their answers, electronically for me and to me. But I always ask that they take a picture of their assignment, right? I always want a photo of their work. All right. So listen, that's a quick overview. I feel like I rushed through it, but I did my best just to give you guys a sense of what it's like. I would say, please reach out and contact me anytime you ever have any questions. And if you ever want to meet with me virtually, you could shoot me a message in an email or something like that. We could set up an electronic meeting, and we could do that through my website. So I hope that this has been helpful for you, and have a good evening. And I hope to see some of you, virtually on back to school night. And that would be the 29th and the 30th from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock p.m. If you go to my website, right, I'll show you again on my website down here underneath announcements, there's a link to office hours, right? If you click that link to office hours, you'll be able to reach me. All right. All right. Take care. And I look forward to this year with your students.